We've seen with COVID that people do seek refuge in nature. People did snowshoe last winter and they would go home happy. We saw children this summer in the camp. We heard parents say, when they came home, I could feel a weight lifted off their shoulders the first day of camp. And I thought, well, this is good. This is good for our camp. This is why we do it. I have been a volunteer at Tucker House before I took the leadership, and it's been a wonderful experience. I love the place, I love the history. I used to give tours. This was what they called it the prayer room, but really it was their common room. And from one thing to the next, I decided I really wanted to continue at Tucker House and help it move forward. So it's got all sorts of important, not only architectural, historical, but also there's just good human values about Tucker House, and I think that's another aspect that drew me to it. And also it blends well with our programming and our mission of sustainability. It's a partnership as well. If you see the mulch around it, this is a new partnership. We have someone in the community, an arborist, and when trees are taken down and they need to be shredded, he will come here and he will pull it there for us to use. We do a variety of workshops, all based on sustainability. We do summer camps. We have the faith-based Country Fun Nature Camp. We started the Grow Green camps, which is based on what we own, what we have on the property. We have an arboretum, we have seed-saving garden, we have a pollinator garden, we have a forest. We welcome the people to walk on the property anytime. It's very peaceful. We do have rental of the property, so families can rent it for small events, wedding, family gatherings, receptions of any type. We had some concerts. So we try to do programming that will attract everybody, all age groups. We just finished actually a really nice project with a retirement home here in Clarence Creek.
I think when you look at the property itself and see all the incredible gems that are here, including the old growth forest in the back and just the connection between history and sustainability, that's what really made this property unique. We had an amazing mentor to the property named Reverend Isabel McGregor, and she was an Eco-Baptist minister. She really built this vision for turning the camp that was a really historic camp run, a Christian camp run at the site, into Country Fun Nature Camp, which was basically an ecological camp. And so that, started a whole bunch of other environmental programs, including a community shared agriculture program back in the early 2000s and a whole bunch of other environmental initiatives. And so the idea was, how can we create sort of a sustainability center here in this community that would really blend history as well as sustainability?
Pretty nice. Mr. and Mrs. Tucker, they live down the road, and in fact most homes on Tucker Road belong to them. So across the street they had a dairy farm, down there they had a bank and a general store. The Tucker family, very important to the area, but an interesting family as well. Mr. Tucker was from Vermont and really had a hard time financially, and finally ended up leaving Vermont to go to Papineauville on the Quebec side, and he made bricks there, went back to Vermont, paid his debts, and then moved here. And eventually their first son, Stephen Tucker Jr., got married, and you are actually sitting in his wedding gift. They brought, I think, good values. Their motto, in fact, is nil desperandum, do not despair. And I think that they really did that, and I think their children also reflect that philosophy. And also in terms of heritage, the property is very unique. So we're talking 1870. So this house, of course, was built from material from the property. The floors are made from the pines from the property, black ash, the moldings, everything is from the property. The bricks would actually dry on the property for 3-4 days. So if you take really good care and you walk around the property, you will see some bricks with little paw prints. At some point, when no family member wanted to live here, it was donated to Baptist Church, and it went from the Baptist Church to our organization. We're talking 2005, and our mission is sustainability. So everything we do nowadays is working towards that goal.
Generating energy, and then we're selling it back to the grid, and it creates a bit of a revenue stream for the organization. So this is a 9.6 kilowatt system.
The solar panels have been around for about 10 years. If you go on our website, you can actually watch the solar panel work. You can look at the productivity. When you work at Tucker House and you take the time to observe, because I think that's part of it, you have to look. Take the time to take a breath and see what's around you. I think you cannot help but be touched.
I just graduated from the University of Guelph in environmental science, and at Tucker House I'm mostly finding ways to fundraise for the nonprofit, and also going through the donor database and working through that.
This internship is really about working with my community, working in a place that could show people how to be self-sustainable, and just appreciate and respect the outdoors in practical ways.
Clean inside, and when we checked, they were all right. Everything was good. She was going through the larvae.
Everybody who works here brings something new, and so I think working here is really, for me, very, very beneficial.
Why is sustainability important to you?
The way you live, by not wasting, by reusing, by not buying a new pair of shoes and throwing it away in 2 weeks because it has a little scuff, and it's very simple. And I think probably right now, every workshop we have, we really make sure that people go home and say, wow, that was easy, I can do that. Yeah, you can.